Private labeling is a great way to cement your brand in the market and make big profits in the e-commerce realm. In 2022, private labels made up almost 20% of the global fast-moving consumer goods market, and many brands have made their fortune with this mode of production, while others again use it as a stepping stone before starting up their own manufacturing operations. But what exactly is private labeling, and which products are best suited to it? In this video, we're going to unpack the practice of private labeling and give you our top 11 favorite private label product ideas to get you started on your road to success. As a bonus, if you watch all the way to the end of this video, we will even give you private label suppliers to work with. Stay tuned. First off, what is private labeling? Private labeling is when you purchase products from a manufacturer and sell them under your own brand name. You would work with the manufacturer to design and produce products that meet specific requirements, including the packaging and branding. Private labeling is a very common strategy used to offer unique products to customers, increase your product line without investing in manufacturing, and bring in higher profit margins. Let me first clarify how private labeling works by showing you how it's different from white labeling. There is sometimes confusion around the terms private labeling and white labeling, which are similar but have some important distinctions. Both white and private labeling entails employing a third party to produce the goods that you're going to sell. In other words, you're not running your own manufacturing facility or buying products from a wholesale supplier. With private labeling, you get to dictate most of the design and specs of the product in question. With white labeling, on the other hand, you're buying a supplier's existing product and simply adding your logo to it. With both private and white labeling, your branding appears on the product so the consumer doesn't see any sign of the third-party manufacturer. You can even combine private labeling with different e-commerce business models like dropshipping and wholesaling. Here is how to do it. With dropshipping, you never hold any of your inventory. Instead, your supplier carries the inventory. Every time you get an order, you just buy it from the supplier and have them ship it to your customer's address. Now with private label dropshipping, you're still dropshipping but asking your supplier to add your branding on the product. You still never see the product because they would ship it directly to the consumer, but your branding is on the product. Note that if you want to do private label dropshipping, you would need very efficient communication with your suppliers. Wholesale selling describes who you're selling to, which in this case is other businesses, rather than individual customers. So you could private label or work with a manufacturer to create products to your specs and then sell those wholesale online too. Now that we know how private labeling works and how to distinguish or combine it with other e-commerce models, let's take a look at some of the reasons for giving it a go. Here are the reasons why private labeling can give you an edge over your competition. First, consumers prefer buying branded products because it can create trust in the brand and provides peace of mind when it comes to quality. Second, it's less expensive than in-house manufacturing, yet still allows brands to sell custom and unique products. Third, private labeling is an excellent way for small businesses to save money without sacrificing their vision. Also, private labeling gives customers more personalized and less generic products. Finally, with private labeling, you can command higher profit margins. Despite the pros, there are some drawbacks that you will have to consider before getting into private labeling. For one, the same manufacturer could have agreements with competing brands and make similar modifications for them, resulting in similar products on the market. Also, more customization of products with private labeling means higher minimum order quantities, or MOQs, which requires more upfront capital. Also, you need to ensure you have spare launch capital for things like branding, design, marketing, shipping, customer service, and first product run. Although if you work smart, some of these can be done on the cheap or by yourself. And if market demand changes before you've started selling, you could be left sitting on your product. You can avoid this though by doing your due diligence when considering private label product ideas during market research. As you can see, there are some very compelling reasons to get into private labeling. The biggest hurdle to any fledgling brand looking at private labeling would have to be budgeting concerns. However, resourceful entrepreneurs can source private label products for as little as $500 depending on the product. So it really just depends on your approach. Anyway, enough of the preambles. We hope we've managed to convey some of the excellent reasons for going into private labeling, whether you're a small, medium, or large business. So without further ado, let's get into our top 11 private label product ideas. The first is coffee. Who doesn't need a cup of coffee to get started in the morning? With up to 75% of Americans drinking coffee every day and 30 to 40% of global consumers drinking coffee overall, it's no secret that the coffee industry is huge. There's an abundance of coffee producers and roasters around, which makes it an easy and lucrative product to private label. Why it's a good product to sell? Well, it has constant high demand that is unlikely to ever drop. We also have a successful private label example to prove that this is a good product to sell. Costco's coffee brand, Kirkland's, is a private label product produced and roasted by Starbucks that has found a lot of success. The next product is Baby Essentials. Why it's a good product to sell? Well, people are always having babies and don't mind spending a little extra for their precious little ones. Now we have a successful private label example, and that's Mighty Goods, which sells baby essentials that is very popular and is owned by the over 25-year-old company Bye Bye Baby. Next, we have cosmetics. The cosmetics industry was worth $100 billion in 2022 alone, and is forecast to keep growing at a rate of 6.85% for the next few years. So it's a brilliant opportunity for savvy brands to enter this lucrative market. And here's why it's a good product to sell. There are lots of product options and unwavering demand. And the successful private label example is Amazon, which has started selling various of its own private label brands on the platform in recent years. One of them being Amazon Basics, which offers, amongst other things, cosmetics at affordable prices. The next product is sheets and beddings. Sheets and beddings is another one of those evergreen product categories that is assured to never go out of fashion. After all, we all have to sleep somewhere. With data repeatedly showing bedding to be one of the highest profit products, it's no surprise that it's on our list of best private label product ideas. And here's why it's a good product to sell. It has high profit products with constant demand and wide appeal. Another one of Amazon's private labels, Pinzon, sells luxury linens that continues to grow its following of loyal fans, which is a successful private label example that you can take inspiration from. The next product is lunchboxes. You never realize how big of a topic lunchboxes are until you become a parent. Many humans need to eat an astounding amount of food, and they need to do so constantly. Subsequently, the lunchbox market is huge and the perfect private labeling opportunity, as you can easily put your own spin on design and specs without too much hassle. Now, this is why it's a good product to sell. Lunchboxes are very easy to private label with little design requirements. And a successful private label example is Williams-Sonoma, which is a popular private label brand from California that sells all sorts of products in the home niche, including lunchboxes. The next product you can sell is homewares, which was about the only industry that saw a boom throughout the pandemic. The long time spent at home has left a definite mark on people's buying behavior, who continue to flock to products that improve and beautify their homes. Here's why it's a good product to sell. It has a broad range of popular products, big and small, to make your mark on. And a successful private label example is Opal House, which sells a little bit of everything in the home and kitchenware sectors. They have made a name for themselves with their distinctive theme and quality of their products. Next is food and snacks, which you can sell. The packaged food category is a great industry for private labeling, as it's cheap to produce and very easy to put your own spin on the product simply by modifying the packaging. We'd recommend looking into emerging niche snack trends, such as keto, gluten-free, vegan, or organic baby food. Now, here's why it's a good product to sell. It's easy and cheap to produce. And the successful private label example you can take inspiration from is own brand versions of groceries in supermarket chains, like Great Value and Sam's Choice at Walmart. The next product you can sell is smart backpacks, but this latest addition to the family is actually looking very promising. With charging ports to keep your devices powered and a few other useful tricks, these commuter bags are bound to take off and stick around too. This is why it's a good product to sell. It's an emerging trend that will keep you ahead of the pack. And a successful private label example you can take inspiration from is Arizona-based Nordis, which is slowly but firmly establishing itself as a go-to brand for smart travel gear. The next product you can sell is yoga mats. The yoga trend isn't exactly news, but it continues its spread throughout the Western world, with new yoga teachers popping up left, right, and center. No surprise that a gaggle of savvy brands have cottoned on to supplying the masses with this gear. Since there are relatively few variables with yoga mats, they're a lucrative and easy to produce option for private labeling and can easily be complemented with other yoga products like blocks and straps. This is why it's a good product to sell. It's a thriving market and easy to customize. And a successful private label example is Yoga Seal, which has combined people's love of yoga with eco-consciousness and are killing it with their cork yoga mats. The next type of products you can sell is clothing and apparel. There are numerous brands taking advantage of the ease of private label clothing, especially simple designs such as t-shirts. And while this industry seems to be thriving and in constant demand, many within an apparel brand end up just about breaking even when they get to the net margin. So make sure you run your numbers before you commit in this field. Now, here's why it's a great product to sell. It has lots of options and can usually start with smaller order runs. And a successful private label example you can take inspiration from is Kmart, which successfully private labels lots of clothing items that are sold for more money elsewhere, offering them at a fraction of the price. The next product you can sell is water bottles. With sustainable awareness growing amongst consumers, more and more people are catching on to the trend of owning their own reusable water bottle. The great thing about these modern water bottle designs is also that they're insulated and will keep your drink cold. A great motivation other than reducing waste for buyers far and wide. Here's why it's a good product to sell. It's a growing niche that's projected to grow by 46% over the coming years. And a successful private label example you can take inspiration from is Hydro Flasks. Now that you have an idea of the best private label product ideas, let's take a look at the next important piece of the puzzle: suppliers. The SaleHoo directory is a database of thousands of suppliers around the globe, many of which offer private labeling. The database is searchable through a host of useful filters so you can find exactly the right supplier to suit your needs. To give you an idea and get you started on your path to success, here's a snapshot of great suppliers you could work with. First, we have 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐻, which sells coffee pods. They're located in California, USA, and the products they provide are coffee products, sugars, and gourmet salts. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐻 is a small local coffee supplier based in the Golden State. They focus particularly on coffee pods, which have been a rising trend for years now, and has also amazing profit potential for private labeling. Next is 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐻, which is known for ladies' fashion. They're located in Slovenia, Italy, and the product they provide is hats, visors, totes, scarves, resorts wear, and many other clothing. European 𝐕𝐢𝐻 is a veteran in the fashion business with 32 years of experience under their belt. They offer a large and varied catalog with options to add your own logo and a relatively low MOQ at $500, making it the perfect stepping stone for those wanting to enter the ladies' fashion industry. Next, we have 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐻, which is known for ladies' swimwear and fashion. They're located in California, and the products they provide are one-piece swimsuits, tankinis, plus-size swimwear, dresses, and more. With all of their products designed and made in the US, you can really set your brand apart by private labeling with this seasoned producer. Next, we have cosmetics made in USA. They are located in California too, and the products they provide are creams, serums, body care, masks, compressed masks, and bath and body products. Cosmetics are one of the most lucrative and steady industries out there and provides many of the best private label product ideas. If you're feeling confident and want to start with a bang, why not partner with this company? With their 22 years of experience and broad product range, their 300 MOQ may work to your advantage. Next, we have Fresh Scents, which is known for air fresheners. They're located in United Kingdom, and the products they provide are car air fresheners and diffusers. UK-based Fresh Scents have made great smelling cars an art form. With a broad range of different freshener designs, from the classic cardboard version to high-tech diffusers, they can produce many great private label product ideas. An added bonus is their offset program, which has removed 92,000 kilograms of plastic ocean waste to date. So there you have it. We hope we've managed to inspire you to give private labeling a go and start your own path to success. As we've seen, private labeling gives smaller and new businesses the chance to set themselves apart in a competitive e-commerce market, which really builds their brand up and creates a loyal following. Anyway, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of content and want us to make more of it. Also, if you want, you can sign up to SaleHoo. I'll leave a link to sign up in the description box below. If you're interested in creating an e-commerce store on a budget, you may want to try out dropshipping. Check out this video here for 7 case studies of successful dropshipping stores. Some of them even private label their products. Anyway, thanks everyone. See you in the next video.